Today we'll be traveling from Brenner or Brennero, what is just across the border in Italy from Austria, and named after the famous Brenner Pass. This is one of the mountain passes that will go straight through the Alps. The Brenner Pass is not only known for being an important railway line, but also an important road connection between Italy and Northern Europe. What it's like to travel on board with local trains along this beautiful railway line in the winter. We are all about to find out in this video. So join me on this beautiful train ride on this regional train from Brenner, what is on the Italian Austrian border, to Innsbruck, the capital of the Austrian state of Tyrol. For now, let's just roll the intro. Today we'll be starting our journey at the railway station of Brenner, or in Italian Brennero. This is a bilingual part of Italy where they speak both German and Italian, obviously. And it's also the border railway station between one of the bigger borders overland to Italy, for both cars, but obviously also trains. The railway station itself is not that special or big. The town only has a population of about 2,000 people, what's really not that much. It's more that the famous mountain pass that will go from north to south has been named after this town, what gives it some extra flair. The railway station itself also seemed to not have much better days. This used to be a restaurant over here, and nowadays it's abandoned. However, if you want to have some food or drinks, right opposite from the railway station you'll find quite some restaurants. And not too far away from here, there are many shops as well. I mean, it's just across the border and there's a big shopping mall along the highway and about 10 minutes away from here by foot. At this moment a new railway tunnel between Austria and Italy will be built, and this will be a 55-kilometer long tunnel. Therefore, in the future, mainly long-distance trains will not go via this railway line anymore, and the travel time by train between Italy and Austria will be reduced a lot. Obviously, regional trains will still go here and serve the smaller towns that are on the mountain itself. And I guess freight trains will also still be using this mountain pass. Even though Italy and Austria are both a part of the Schengen area and the European Union, so occasionally custom formalities take place here, and customs are located within this railway station. And something else I noticed at the front side is Carl von Etzel, at least a statue of him, and he is the engineer of the Brenner railway line. And his statue is overlooking his masterpiece, because this is really a masterpiece. Because this is a border railway station, for many engines or locomotives for freight trains, the engines need to be changed over here. So this is why you find quite a lot of freight trains. At the entrance of the railway station at the front there are some clear departure screens and a vending machine for the Italian state-owned railway company. You also find some offline old-fashioned paper timetables. Directions have been given very clear within this railway station, obviously with icons but also with text. The text is in Italian and in German over here. There's not a lot of English, so if you don't speak these two languages it might be a little bit more difficult to navigate. Before you go to the platform you find some more information with departure screens. And the platforms themselves are not that special. Also for the platforms itself it counts basically that there used to be more facilities when they built this railway station, but nowadays it's pretty much empty. Something I noticed at the platform was another spot where you find some vending machines for train tickets, although the infrastructure to buy your tickets online, for example with the mobile app, is pretty good, both in Italy and also in Austria. Long distance trains also use this railway station, at least as long as the tunnel has not been finished, and these are quite a lot of long distance trains that do operate between Germany and Italy. But obviously you also find long distance trains that will just run between Italy and Austria, for example to Vienna. For regional trains this is always the terminal station, however because this is all at the same platform in the middle you don't need to go up and down, what makes this change really easy. However, I'd like to see some more regional trains that will not have this as the terminal station, but will go, for example, from Innsbruck a little bit deeper into Italy and the other way around. At the middle platform there are some terminal tracks as well, for example for our train to Innsbruck. Right before this area of the platform there is another vending machine for train tickets, and this here is our train coming in that will take us to Innsbruck. Before we go to the train, if you like this video or this is a helpful video to you, please give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more trip reports about more sustainable ways of transportation, the main focus for this YouTube channel is long distance and or international traveling. This is an international train though, it just ticks the box, but it is an international train. Then hit that subscribe button. And you can also find me on the socials, they will pop up on the top right of the screen. But for now, I'll show you this train. And today we'll be traveling on board of a talent train made by the train manufacturer Bombardier. These are very regional trains that do come in one class only and are branded with the CityJet brand. These are S-Bahn trains, so basically kind of urban trains, and they operate, at least at daytime, hourly between Innsbruck and Brenner. The capacity for these trains are 151 or 199 seats. This depends a little bit on the type of model, on the length. And the top speed is 140 km per hour, although we won't go that fast during this trip. Icons at the side of the train do host very basic information about what facilities can be found where in these trains. It was rather busy at the moment the train was at the railway station of Brenner, so I just filmed the interior when the train arrived in Innsbruck. Most seats in these trains do face each other, so therefore between the backends of the seats you'll find more space for luggage than you might think at first. As you can see, there's a lot of space for bikes, and approximately 20 bikes are able to be on board of these trains. You don't need a reservation. You can't reserve seats and bike spots within these trains anyway. Screens throughout the train do host very basic route information. And priority seats have been mentioned with these stickers. Well, this is quite universal, I guess, but you find quite a lot of them, and mainly near the entrance doors. Most seats are bay seats, so facing each other. Personally, I'm not a big fan of that, but for regional trains this is fine. However, at the other side of the train you find some more. Some line maps for the very regional trains around Innsbruck can be found at several spots between the carriages, so basically near the entrance doors. And there's one toilet within these trains. This is an accessible toilet, and obvious for that reason, near the accessible toilet you also find the accessible area in this train. And this here is a ramp for if you have a platform that is not really accessible. At the other side of the train I also noticed these airline style seats, and I like this much more. I noticed most seats are not reclinable, however in the area where you find the airline style seats, they are reclinable with this handle under the seat. It's not a lot though. And these are the airline style seats. There's a sturdy fold-out table, a footrest and a magazine rack, and the leg room is really generous, and I have to say I'm a very tall boy. Free Wi-Fi is by the way available in these trains, although I didn't test it out. And these here are the toilets. I really like these pictures on the wall, but somehow I stopped filming after this. I guess it's me to blame. And even though I noticed this is a popular railway line, at least when I traveled here, it wasn't super busy. A lot of seats were taken, but you were still able to find a seat. For the last bit of the video I'll show you some views from the train, and I'll get back to you right after that. that's it for this video. This train ride is actually beautiful. Because the mountains behind me. I really love the Alps. I hope you liked this video, or this has been a helpful video to you. If so, please give me a thumbs up. And like I already mentioned, if you'd like to see more trip reports about more sustainable ways of transportation, mainly focusing on long distance and international traveling, mainly by train, sometimes other modes of transportation, then hit that subscribe button. Before I really end this video, one last thing. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you are interested in other trip reports, of course you can find them on the channel, but also something you can find in the description of this video on YouTube is a link to a map, and on this map you can find all trip reports. Once again, thank you for watching and see you on the next video.